Hey everyone, today I have a tried and true review for a few products that I bought and I wanted to share it with you. So the products I'm talking about is actually three. It's sort of like a line. I am a firm believer in products work together. If they're in the same line, like it'll work better. It's formulated to work better. Maybe that's just like I fell for that marketing scheme like of saying that all these products have to work together, but I always, whenever I buy one thing, I always want to buy a few things just because I want to see if it works together, and then I'll start using things separately in my already done routine, if that makes sense. So the products I have for you are these products called Pure. They're by Maybelline, and I have three, and they're all from the same line. I found these in Mexico, and I haven't yet seen them here in Texas or in Dallas, but I know that Dallas is very late in getting products, so maybe these are out where you're at, but you can always order them, I think, from Maybelline. I think called I want to say this is like a foundation, so it's all in Spanish. The color I got was Caribe Oscuro, and it's too dark for me right now, but I actually didn't like this. They have two. One of these is like it has like salicylic acid in it, and my skin doesn't do well with that, so I didn't buy that one. I bought this one hoping that it would be different, and this actually says anti-shine, and I found it to be very shiny on my skin. I do have oily skin, and I use this more in the summer because in the summer you sweat and my pores are open, and I wanted to use products that were more pure or more healthy for your skin. So I bought this whole line with that in mind, and I have to say this, I'm gonna try it now or maybe in the winter time, but it's just not my color anymore, so I can't even try it. I may have to go back to Mexico, but I don't think I will because I just have other things that I want to try out. So I'm going to give this a hand or thumbs down just because on my skin during the summertime when my skin is 20 times more oily than usual, and I would classify it under very oily. Like I will put on foundation and an hour later I have to blot. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour later I have to already blot and keep powder handy, and this it just looks so greasy, so bad, so bad. So thumbs down on that. The next thing is this Pure makeup, and this is like a 5-in-1. It's like a foundation stick, and it is supposed to mattify, reduce pores, anti-shine, cover, and be quick. So those are the 5 things that it has in one. The color I got was Crema Claro, and actually I'm using this today. I do find that this creases a little under the eye, so I wouldn't use this under the eye area. But I love this product because you do not have to set it with a powder. It like finishes to a powder smooth. I do love that. In the middle there, if you can see, it has a little bit of a different product. I don't know what exactly that product is. I want to say, I don't know, maybe it's like the concealer, but this product is actually too light for me, as you can see there. I'm gonna swatch this one so you can see how dark that is. And I just do have to mix this. I might mix it with a different concealer or a different foundation, but there's this one right next to it, and it's just so heavy. I mean, so dark. And there you can see it doesn't really dry to like a dry formula. This one does, however. It's already dry and it stays put, and I just really like it, but it's too light, so I figured I would use this as a concealer, but it's just too light for me to use as a concealer. So I still do, and I use a darker powder, but that's what I did today, and I really like it. So this is a really good like 5-minute, like I put this on in the car. I literally just, you know, tribal mark it all over, and then just really just do this with my skin, and it blends in and it feels like I have foundation on when I didn't have time for it. So I want to give that a thumbs up. The next thing I have is the powder. This is the let's see, the color is beige Glado, so it's the same color as this. And they didn't really have a huge selection of colors. The packaging is pretty standard. You have the product out here. I really love the color. That's what drew me. And you have a mirror down at the bottom with the sponge. I have used the sponge a few times and it's just like a sponge. I do like that sponge actually. With this product, I would say it's not a foundation product. Like, it's not foundation, it's powder, just powder, like translucent powder. So you see the difference. It doesn't have any coverage. It doesn't go on, like, it doesn't when you put it on with a brush. So if I take this brush here, which is a flat top kabuki, which picks up a lot of product in any powder product, this picks up a lot. This is from Mark. And when I swirl it and swirl it and swirl it, you don't see any product, and it just doesn't like look, I don't know, it just doesn't look very like, I'm trying here. And then it comes up with that little bit of do you see how that oil is mixing with that? So I don't know, I mean, I don't see any on my finger when I do this. And with other powders, such as the Maybelline Fit Me, that I love, like you can see, I love it. When you do this, you see the powder, and you can even swatch it if you care to swatch it. You could see it there. On a brush, you would see it. And you can like see it on the skin, you know. And this is just powder, it's not foundation. Oh, there went the brush. This is just the powder. It's not a foundation, like a powder foundation, which is different. A powder foundation, I have one here. This is from Maybelline as well. I love Maybelline, apparently. This is a Dream Wonder, and this is a actual powder foundation. And you can see, like, this goes on very thick. I actually use this with this a lot of times because I really like the combo that these go together. This is a super great mattifying powder if you're interested. I would buy this, and even the Dream Wonder before I bought this. I like this. I throw it in my bag, and I like it because after you blot with a napkin, like a blotting paper, this is a really good product to put over. And it's just kind of like a, you know what it reminds me so much of is, you know, the rice paper. So the rice paper, it has just that little tiny film of powder. That's what this reminds me so much of, but it's not a powder, like it's not a rice, like a blotting paper. You have to buy a blotting paper separate, blot your face, and then put this on, and then it works. Otherwise, it just doesn't work, and it like sucks up a lot of moisture. So like if you were to put this on, like grab the sponge and rub it on there, and then rub it on your face, then you take that same sponge and put it back in there to get more, it's gonna absorb all of the oil, and that's what you can see a little bit happening there. So when I saw that the first time, I was like, oh, okay, don't do that. So I wouldn't really get this. If you're gonna get anything from this line, I would recommend the Pure Makeup, the little stick. But even still, I wouldn't really recommend it because when you have like something that you want to put on in 5 minutes, you want it to also include a concealer so that you can just dab it under the eyes and go. This, you can't really dab it under the eyes because it does creep up there. So all in all, this whole line, I would say it's a thumbs down. And I love Maybelline, like the whole Dream Wonder line, I love, and the Fit Me line, I love, but this Pure line, I'm gonna have to not get. It's cute as a button, like the packaging and the color and everything, but save your pesos, because I think you can only get this in Mexico. So save your pesos, get something else. They have other things in Mexico that you can get that work tons better. So no to that, unfortunately. I'm gonna try this again with a lighter foundation now in the winter time or fall, now that my skin is not as oily. But yeah, I still like using this. I throw this in my bag. Sometimes I find at the end of the day, actually these two are just staples in my bag, my travel bag, like my everyday makeup bag. This one, obviously, like I said, with oiling blotting papers, it works good. This one, I throw it in there because at the end of the day, sometimes I find that I rub my face a lot. Like, I'm a face toucher and it's so bad. That's why I break out a lot. But especially like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I have a headache and I rub, or I'm just like, I do this a lot. I touch my face a lot, and at the end of the day, sometimes I find that I have zero makeup on, at least zero foundation on in some spots, and I keep this in my bag just to like retouch up if I'm going somewhere else. If not, I'm just like whatever. But yeah, so this stays in my bag as well as the powder. But honestly, I wouldn't go for it. I just don't like, I mean, I bought it in Mexico, so I obviously can't return it. And I don't want to give something really crappy to my nieces, because that's not going to happen. So that's why that stays in that makeup bag. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you appreciate these videos, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you like these appreciative or these type of review videos. The next thing I'm going to review is the whole NYX eyebrow line, because I have lots of things to say about that, and there's a few products that I want to review from there. So let me know what you guys think about that. Actually, I might do a mascara before that, and then I'll do that. So stay tuned for those videos. Sorry I didn't upload on Saturday, but I will upload this coming Saturday with a pretty cool post. I think I might want to upload the post that I meant to do on Saturday tomorrow, on Wednesday or Thursday, just because I still want to upload that one. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.